Hello again, it's Mike with another critter. The next animal I'm going to bring out a couple examples. They have passed, but they have been preserved, and a couple of them, actually I think all three of what I want to show you, I got them all on eBay. I want to bring out some bats, being as we're getting close to Halloween. Bats are mammals, and mammals have to have warm blood, some form of hair or fur, whether a little or a lot. They have a backbone. They also drink their mother's milk. And to be honest, I forget if I said if they're warm-blooded or not. Fur, warm blood, mom's milk, and a backbone. And there are bats almost all over the world. I'm pretty sure there's none in Antarctica and maybe a couple other harsh environments. But we have bats around here. And I'm assuming probably a lot of the bats we have here locally have started to hibernate because they won't have access to their regular food source. There are lots of types of bats, but I'm going to group them into three families. Specialty eater, which would be like a vampire bat, frog-eating bat, fish-eating bat. Fruit-eating bat, which I have one here. And, I hope you guys can see with the plastic saran wrap to help preserve it. Fruit-eating bats obviously eat fruit, but they are also a pollinator, which is extremely important because quite a lot of the percentage of foods that we need come from pollinators. Pollinators disappear like bats, bees. People were in a lot of trouble. We won't survive in the long run. But this bat would come from the island of Indonesia, the country of Indonesia. It comes from Java. And I'm going to say this is a fairly small fruit-eating bat. Eating fruits, being a pollinator, drinking the nectar, it is a herbivore. And we do know bats come out at nighttime. They're nocturnal. But the biggest bat in the world is the flying fox. When these stretch their wings out, they are about 6 foot wide. Myself, I stand up, I'm 6'1". A bat my size, my height, spread out wings, that's pretty big. So they're gonna feast on fruits. And one neat thing is bats, they've proven, bats actually help jungles and trees grow. Other than pollinating them, when they're eating the fruits, they also consume the seeds. And when they're flying around, they poop the seeds out. You poop the seeds out, they're surrounded in bat poop, which is called guano. When it lands on the ground, it's got a better chance of germinating that nut or that seed because it's surrounded in a really good fertilizer. So they help promote tree distribution by dropping the seeds flying around and giving them a head start with the bat guano. The most common type of bat, of the three sort of mini groups I'm going to call them, are insect-eating bats. They're a carnivore, but this little guy is also from the island of Java, and they consume 50% of their body weight a night in bugs. That's pretty substantial when you think about the numbers of bats that are out there. One of the main insects that they eat are mosquitoes. So that's very good pest control for people. They do eat moths, a lot of moths too. But as we know, mosquitoes can transmit diseases, malaria, Zika, and a couple other things. Zika is the other one that's kind of one of the newer mosquito diseases. So these are some of nature's best pest control, pollinators, and also for distributing seeds to promote tree growing. Pretty good. And bat guano is used in some parts of the world as fertilizer. The gentleman I got these preserved bats from, he's a bat guano farmer. That's how he started to feed his family. And then the internet came to his village, and someone suggested that if he finds bats that have passed away, he brings them home, dries them out, he's got another form of income to support his family. Pretty ingenious, pretty good idea, I thought. So if you like learning a little bit about bats,